good, you're here. Yeah, but... oh, there you are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right, it's all right. Right, as your elected chairman of this firework committee, I declare this meeting open. I think I couldn't open a bar, but it's out of hours.
Well, Mum and Ethel want to come on the committee.
Mum and Ethel?
Yeah, Ethel reckons she wants to speak for the animals.
What, like Dr. Dolittle?
Yeah. She reckons she's already knitted Willie a pair of earmuffs and also advises your dad to do the same for Rowley, Sharon.
Yeah, my dad isn't exactly world famous for his knitting.
Well, I don't know why she's worried about Rowley. His ancestors came through the Blitz.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, have I wandered into an RSPCA meeting? Because I thought this committee was set up to protect the kids on fireworks night, not the animals.
Yeah, Andy's right. Now, shall we get on, please?
Hang on. What do you want me to tell the ladies? They're waiting over there on the edge of their seats.
With all due respect, Pete, but if Mum joins this committee, I'm going to resign. I mean, I have to listen to her laying down the law all day as it is.
All right, fair enough. I'll tell them thanks, but no thanks. It's a pity, though. Don't you want to do their bit to help?
I'd like to raise a couple of points, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Saeed, would you be prepared to give us a discount if we buy all our fireworks from you?
Sure. And I'd only sell to people recommended by the committee. I'll have to check with the GLC, though, yeah?
Something else we need to check with the GLC is posters.
What, advertise how little do you mean?
Why not? I thought we could stick up posters in here in the cafe for starters.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Can't afford to pay for them, no?
Yeah, but we could design our own.
Yeah, we have to find some to dab amber paintbrush, though.
Yeah.
Who better than your dad, Kelvin?
Oh,
Were
yeah,
you
your
asking
dad.
for us?
Oh, well, they say if you want a job done well, go to the busiest man in town, don't they? Yeah, I'm sure he'd help.
Here, have you thought, where are we going to get the money to pay for all these fireworks? Now, if this was Scotland, you kids could go out guising on Halloween night.
Guys,
Yeah, you know, the old masks on, go and get money.
Oh, you know, like witches and all that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cheers, that's no problem, is it? Albert Square's full of them. There's Dot, Lou and Ethel for a start.
I can just imagine it. Hubble, bubble, toil and trouble, Lou and Ethel.
Now, wait a minute. You mean to say you want Dot, Lou and Ethel to dress up as witches and go on the knocker?
Oh, why not? They said they wanted to help.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they won't have to do that much dressing up, are
Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Pete?
Oh, they're just going to love this, aren't they? Mind you, not half as much as I am when I tell them.
Good. We made good progress, haven't we? Saeed's going to give us cut-price fireworks, your dad's going to do the posters, and Dot, Lou and Ethel are going to dress up as witches and haunt everybody, as usual. I declare this meeting closed. Come on.
Right, cheers.
Thanks very much.
I'll get back to school. Look, is that right? I understand that you're thinking of selling the shop.
Your darling. That's 25, please. Thanks, love. I don't suppose the council ever give us a house of our own now, will they?
Doesn't look like it.
I've been thinking, why don't we buy a home of our own?
Where do we get the money from? I mean, we'd have to come up on the pools. I'm flogging myself to death in that cab as it is.
Hello, love.
2 teas and 2 buns, please.
Sure.
Fish buns. Look, we could stay open here in the evening, especially now the pub's taking most of our dinner time trade.
We'd never get any time to call our own.
But I'd stay here till midnight every night if I thought it meant having a home of my own. I mean, you'd like it too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd love it, but I can't see that happening for ages.
So you think I can become a stripper then?
There you go. Can you help me?
Cheers, Ali.
You've definitely got the figure for it.
Yeah, but I'm shy.
Shy? How can a punk be shy?
Don't know. I suppose that's why I became a punk, because I'm shy.
Listen, love, I'm shy. Everyone's shy, but you can't be too shy to make a living.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. I think stripping's great. How did you get into it anyway?
Well, believe it or not, stripping was my way of going straight.
How do you mean?
Well, I ran around with the wrong kind of people when I was younger. Had to learn a lot of the lessons the hard way.
That's what I like about you. I could tell you've been through the mill. You understand me, Sheena. You don't look down on me like everybody else does round here.
Where's that Pete got to? Well, I don't know. They can't be drinking this time of a Saturday morning. Can't open the pub till I cleaned it.
Oh, I don't know. I've got a pregnant daughter. Gordon knows who the father is. A runaway son, a newborn baby. And all you two can worry about is that wretched firework display committee.
Well, we're only trying to be good neighbours, Paulie.
Yeah? Well, I'm off to work in that sweatshop now. That is if it hasn't been blown up by a bomb in the night, and nothing would surprise me round here anymore. I'm an hour late for work. I'll see you later. Ta-ta.
Please, sis.
Yes, they're in, but they're not all there if you ask me. I'll see you later.
Well?
Well, I've got some good news and bad news for you. Now, the bad news is they don't want you on the committee.
That'll be half as doing. He wants to surround himself with yes men.
And the second good news is they want you to be witches.
Witches? Witches? Is this some kind of wind-up?
No, Mum. They want you, Dot and Ethel, to dress up as witches on Halloween night and go around and collect money for the fireworks. Well, Mum?
It's a bit far-fetched, isn't it?
You wanted to do your little bit to help, huh? Ethel?
Oh, well, I don't know. I like to be in bed by 10 o'clock weekday nights.
All right, I'll get it.
Hello.
Hello, Shell. All right. Yeah, well.
I'm just calling for Michelle.
Oh, go on up. She's upstairs.
Here, Ethel. You best get her moving or she'll get nicked.
Oh, does that mean your father's going to get me arrested if I'm late for work? Which I am.
Nah, but your broomstick's parked on a double yellow line.
Oh, highly comical, I must say. Oh.
Do you know, I don't think I've ever loved you more than I do right now.
What's brought this on then, eh? You've been slipping something into the teapot?
Oh, silly. I don't mean that sort of love. I mean togetherness. Find our own home and all that.
And all what?
Security, contentment. I've never had a proper home of my own before.
Sure not just running away from the memories of SN?
At first I thought maybe I was, but now the idea of a new home does more than anything I know to help ease the pain. Not that anything could, of course.
Not sure I follow all that.
We could even start a new family. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
More than anything else in the world. Right, you sold me on the whole idea. I phoned my brother up. He knows the best mortgage companies with the best rates.
There's no time like the present.
No.
You won't regret it.
Ah, Mehmet. Dine. Saati ki buçuk davay bir beygir, yeah?
I mean, you must admit, I have been better with my timekeeping. Sometimes I've even come early.
So what happened this morning, then?
Oh, well, yes. That's a bit of temporary amnesia, you see, due to all this firework nonsense. Willie always throws a big moody.
Well, you're lucky Den's not here. Otherwise, you'd see some real fireworks.
Oh.
And Ethel, can you open the doors? We're late as it is.
Yes, all right.
Where is he then? Huh? Looked under your bed, but he's not there.
Where's who? Rowley?
No, Sevi Ballesteros. Where are you hiding him?
Oh, Sevi Ballesteros. I'll be glad when this half-term holiday's over. Perhaps you'll get back to normal then.
Mum?
What now?
You never guess what I've gone and found in the cupboard? Can't be Dad's, can they? He got a new set for his birthday.
No, they're mine, and you haven't seen them. Neither has Ethel, and neither have I.
You? What do you know about golf?
Aha.
Mum,
What?
you don't know what you're doing.
Here, you want to watch yourself with one of them. You could do yourself a mischief.
4?
Oh, no, there must be 7 or 8 in here.
Ethel, it's what golfers yell when they're going to hit someone in the back with the ball.
Oh, round here they just say, mind your backs, please.
Ethel, why don't you get on with the hoovering, eh?
Yes, all right.
You want to be careful, Mum. She might put a spell on you.
Action stations. Oh, bang some will you?
Yeah. What is it?
That, my long-legged lovely, is the kind of music that's going to earn you your fortune. Come on, don't hang about. You got your living to get. Oh, shows your muscles then.
Do what?
Start practicing for God's sake. Now, swivel them hips. God wouldn't have given you hips if he didn't want you to swivel them, now would he? What's the matter? Don't you like the rhythm?
Yeah, of course I do. I keep telling you I used to be a rock groupie.
We ain't gonna be a groupie anymore. You're gonna be a star.
Oh, don't be silly.
No, do you remember Salome and the Seven Veils? She went down in history.
I don't want to go down in history. I just want to walk down the street with a few quid in my purse and my head held high.
If you want to hold your head up, love, you're gonna have to learn to stick your bum out first.
Sheena!
Here, little missy, could you spare a penny for a poor old lady's guide?
Oh, little missy, I'll set my pussy on you.
What's wrong with you two? Yeah, Michelle, we better go down the doctor's. Whatever these two's got's probably catching, isn't it?
It's called Witches Lofty. Witches.
Yeah, sounds nasty.
You saw this? You look like Barry Sheen in drag.
I've got a helmet for you and all.
Oh?
You wanted motorbike lessons, didn't you? I borrowed this off my mate.
Oh, Michelle, meet your new driving instructor. He'll teach you how to open your clutch and ease your throttle.
Oi! Brand's actually on a bad day out here, especially with Lofty in the saddle. What's going on?
Lofty's giving me motorbike lessons.
In your condition, are you mad?
Look, I'm a big girl now, dear.
And I've told you before, these things are death traps, and it's not just yourself you've got to think of now, you know? And anyway, Lofty couldn't teach anyone to skateboard.
All right. Cheers.
Is it true you might be selling the shop, sir?
You're about the 6th person that's asked me that this morning.
Are you? Or does that depend on Naima?
What's Naima got to do with it?
Have you heard from her lately?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't. And yes, I may be forced to sell up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I'm toying with the idea of starting up a business of some kind.
Yeah?
Yeah, now, have you got 10 minutes to spare? Maybe we could pop to the cafe, have a cup of tea or something. It's just I'd like to ask you a few questions.
No harm in that, I suppose. Look, call round later and I'll close the shop up early for you, especially, okay?
Oh, great. See you later then.
All right.
That was the easy part we just did.
Oh, God, if that was the easy part, I'd hate to see what the hard part's like.
Well, you will in a minute if we could find a few props.
What kind of props?
Oh, it's silly me asking, really, but I suppose things like silk stockings or silk gloves, you know.
As it happens. Ta-da! These do?
My life, where'd you get them from?
I nicked him, didn't I?
You're full of surprises.
Yeah, well, I'm still paying the fines off.
Hey, you want to be more careful. You never know who you're talking to.
No, like I said, it's different with you. I can trust you. You're the first person I've found that I can really tell me troubles to, you know.
Well, didn't the law confiscate these then?
No, I hid a few bits and bobs just in case they came in handy.
Well, they have now. But you won't get up to any more of this thieving lark now, will you? What you need is a good, straight job, my girl. And what could be more honest than showing off what the good Lord gave you? If you want to flourish, give him a flash. That's my motto. Now, the next bit's got to be done more slowly, much more artistically. One of the oldest art forms in the world, this is, you know.
I know. I'll be getting old myself soon if you don't hurry up and show me.
That's the whole point. The climax of the show must never be hurried. You got to make the punter pant. Keep him holding his breath. All that frantic bum wiggling was just to get the old adrenaline going. Now, watch this.
Okay.
Every time you take one of these off, it's like peeling off a £10 note for yourself.
But I told you about Saeed's father and his business in the strictest confidence.
Strictest confidence. Don't make me laugh. It's all round the square.
And who put it all around the bloody square?
Are you suggesting I did?
Well, I don't know anyone else who could have known. I don't know anyone else but you would go and bully the man like that, just as you bully those poor kids over the knitwear business.
Do you mind keeping your voice down?
Why? Too embarrassing for your newfound friend here, who you squabbling in the gutter, is it? Well, you're beginning to embarrass me lately. Lady bloody muck, that's what you're fast becoming. And nasty with it, too.
Excuse me, Andy. Mind if I have a word with you a minute, Debs?
I need to get rid of this charmer for a minute.
Pleasure's all mine, darling.
Giving you a hard time, is he?
Sometimes he turns into a right so-and-so. Must be something in the Wolford air.
Yeah. They reckon they're macho men round here. Right, mummy's boys, most of them. Buy you a drink. I want to bend your ear back for a while.
Why not?
You know that set of golf clubs Den's bought me? Well, I want to surprise him, too. I want to say thank you in a special way.
Well, you know what they say, the way to a man's heart's through his stomach.
Yeah, the way to my Den's heart's usually through his wallet.
Look, why don't you prepare him a delicious meal? Get rid of Sharon for the evening and lay it on in style. Subtle, sexy.
Ooh, soft lights and music, eh?
Precisely.
Oysters?
Yes.
Girls round here used to swear by them.
Try truffles, they're the oldest turn-on trick in the book.
You're a genius.
I'll tell you what, I'll look up the recipe for you in my cookery book.
Girl, you're going to need history book. When was the last time someone in Albert Square sat down to truffles?
It'll have to be white wine, of course.
Right.
Very dry, very crisp. Don't give him a heavy burgundy. You don't want him falling asleep on you, do you?
Well, not till I've given him his present, I don't.
You know, some people say curry's an aphrodisiac. Tony made one for me once. It didn't do much for me.
Tony? What, you and our Tone?
Yeah, Calvin's dad. Who else?
Blimey, he gets around in his tea break, doesn't he? Cheers.
Oh, here comes our knight in shining armour.
That's a very nice romantic notion, Ethel, darling. But I'm just the dude who's come to change the locks.
Oh, you don't know how nice it is to have a man around the house again. Do you know, I've been living on my nerves since that break-in, and if Dot hadn't come back, I don't know what I'd have done. I reckon I'd have had a break-out, not a break-in.
Well, I don't know what the world's coming to. I mean, I can remember the time when we all had our keys dangling on a bit of string behind the letterbox. Anyone could walk in, day or night.
Oh, it used to be like that where I came from, too. Not anymore, though.
Yeah, well, Dot and I aren't holding the keys to these premises anymore.
Yes, we're just going to give them back to the governor.
Oh, do you know his address?
Yes, I got it written down.
Okay, when I finish here, I'll drop them off to the boss man and tell him your decision.
There's my shining armour, man.
Come here, Tony, I'll show you which locks are to be done. You know, it's all very well Dot going on about the good old days and keys on bits of string and that, but it's only Nick and his kind that making all the trouble we've got today.
Do you think Nick might have something to do with this job?
I'm sure of it, and so do a lot of other people's and all. I mean, it's just not fair on her. You can't talk about it in front of Dot.
I'll make you right on both counts. It's a shame about his mum, though. I mean, we all want to be proud of our kids, don't we?
Yeah, he must be worrying the poor woman half to death.
I feel almost as sorry for Dot as I do her son's victims.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me, am I the fairest of them all?
Don't be soppy, Ethel. That was a queen in Snow White.
Right, what are you two soppy apes doing out here? Come on.
Practicing. We're going to dress up as witches for the kids' fireworks night. Your mum's a witch, too.
Oh, yeah? She won't need much practice.
Well, you sound happy.
Hey, you're looking at one very happy fella. After all this time, the first floor of my house is almost ready, and any day now, my first tenants will be moving in.
That's nice.
I don't know how you managed to fit it all in. You're doing our posters too, aren't you?
Posters?
Yeah.
Yes, for the fireworks, you're designing them.
Oh, am I? First I've heard.
What was it your Kelvin said? Oh, yeah, now I remember. He said, if you want anything done, ask the busiest man in town. Pete told us.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, well, if my son gave you ladies his word, there's no way I can break it, can I?
Oh, stand still and I'll polish your armour.
Who's in? What a surprise. Hello. There's nothing the matter, is there? I mean, Ali hasn't had an accident or anything.
No, he hasn't had an accident. But there's plenty the matter. And with his brother Mehmet.
You just sit down, eh? I'll make a cup of tea and you can tell me all about it.
No, I can't stop long. If Mehmet knows Annie, he'll kill me.
2 teas, please, Sue. Or do you prefer coffee?
Oh, no, tea's fine, thanks.
We're not disturbing anything, are we?
No, this is Ali's sister-in-law.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
We're,
Nice to meet you.
I'm just having a family matter.
Cheers.
Excuse us. I hope you don't mind all this. Only if I was ever interested in opening my own shop, these are the sort of questions I'd need to know the answers to.
Far away.
Okay. Where do you get your stock from? How many regular customers do you have? Should one change your sort of business into, say, a delicatessen or a health food shop? I mean, is there a future for the small store? What special requests do you have that you can't cater for?
And not using them for a mortgage. I don't understand.
Horses.
Horses?
They're putting that money on horses, Sue. Every penny of it.
He's been working 3 shifts. I mean, we actually had a few, Bob.
They're gambling with it. Mehmet is pretending to me that we're going to have a new house too. Well, maybe we will one day. If they win.
Pigs my fly.
Yeah, and that is why we've got to stop them now, before it goes any further.
How do you know all this? I mean, I heard Ali on the phone talking to Mehmet about mortgages, right?
Sue, you don't understand the language, do you? When Ali phones Mehmet, they do not talk about mortgages.
How do your prices work out against the supermarkets? Do you cut price anyone? Do you advertise? What are your storage facilities?
Look, just a minute, please. Let's come up for air.
Bye, Sue.
Yeah, bye. Thanks for nothing. No, I mean it. Thanks.
Best of luck.
It'll take me hours to work all that lot out.
There's no immediate rush. I mean, I'm only toying with the idea for future reference.
Only toying. I feel like I should fasten my seatbelt. Look, leave the pad with me. I'll study it and let you know my feelings later on. All right?
Great, thanks.
Good.
Here, guess one of them big juicy apples, will you, darling?
18p.
Didn't see that Tom Jones film, did you? Years ago it was. Where he keeps biting into this fruit, suggesting he wants to have it off with this bird.
I don't go in for blue films, thanks.
Oh, I want no blue movie. I was only 14 when I saw it.
So?
So? Just trying to make polite conversation.
You don't know the meaning of the word.
What, polite or conversation?
Either.
I ain't seen Michelle recently, have you?
What's it got to do with you?
Well, I was just thinking how hard it must be for her. Young girl, pregnant, no one to turn to. Thought maybe you could give us some advice. By the way, don't know who the father is, do you?
Why don't you naff off?
Excuse me, Kathy. I'd like a word with you, young man.
Blimey. You must be the only person around here who does. Apart from my old mum, of course. Well, go on then, Doc. Give it to me straight. I can take it. How long have I got to live?
Ah, now that's your problem, isn't it, living? Knowing how to live decently, I mean.
Oh, come on. I might have thrown a few wobblers in my time, but...
Wobblers?
Yeah. Done one or two things I didn't know what to do, but I mean...
But you didn't break into my surgery, and you didn't rob the laundry. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Here we go again. Give a dog a bad name, eh?
Yes, and you know what they say about leopards and their spots, don't you?
I know what they say, all right. No one knows it better. Do one or two naughty things as a kid, and it stays with you from the cradle to the grave.
Very poetic.
No, I didn't break into your surgery, and I didn't turn the laundrette over. No one around here's going to believe me, are they?
What's the problem?
No problem.
Oh, come on, Phil. I've had nothing but the cold shoulder from you for the past hour. I mean, what's up?
Don't come near me.
What's the matter with you now, for God's sake?
And don't bring God's name into it either. He's been really good to me, hasn't he? First he takes my baby away, and then he has you throwing all our hard-earned money down the drain.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
I'm talking about your phony building society. Bookmaker society, more like.
What do you mean?
Your sister-in-law came to see me today. I don't know how she had the nerve to stand up to you two, but she did.
What, Guzin?
Yes. We've got a lot in common, haven't we? Both married to compulsive gamblers.
Gamblers?
How you thought you could kid me with all that spiel on the phone? She understands the lingo, remember? She knows what 6 before the field means in Turkish.
But she's got it all wrong.
No, I was the one who got it all wrong. I was such a mug standing here making plans with you. You've got as much willpower as a snowflake.
Listen, I was only trying to raise money for the both of us.
Both of us?
Yeah, for the both of us. Do you think I'd be out there all night long slaving away in that cab if I wasn't married to you?
No, you'd be up the bloody racetrack all day long.
Listen, we got a system. It can't fail.
A system. Well, stuff your system and stuff you.
You got homes to go to, you two?
He kicks me out all hours, doesn't he? Well, we got a lot of catching up to do, haven't we, Ange?
I bet he's dying to know what you got up to in Ilford.
Yeah, trouble is he might like somebody else's.
Speaking of answers, you come to a decision yet?
Oh, you've got to say yes, Wixie. I need someone to read me bedtime stories. Mum's always too busy.
Aye, what's all this then?
Oh, we've asked Wixie to become our full-time loving. Sorry, I mean living barman.
Sharon.
Aye, aye. Harry, 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 you got a chance to marry a nice little widow with a nice little pup. Hey!
Angie ain't no widow, is she?
That can always be arranged, darling.
Well, I've given the matter a hell of a lot of thought.
And?
And the answer's yeah, I'd love to.
Oh, great. So you can move in a couple of days, eh?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, well, congratulations are in order, but we'd better be getting our skates on.
Hang on, Pete. This calls for a little celebration.
Here we're home, Kath.
Oh, that's where you are. Home, are you? I was beginning to think this place was an hotel. You was booking in and out for bed and breakfast.
Yeah, look, you sit yourself down there, son, and you're going to get the tastiest night and fault you've had in years. They sometimes get a little bit niggly when you come home late. Understandable, I suppose. Oh, but when I think how times have changed... Oh. Here, my old grandfather, that'd be your great-grandfather, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. My old grandfather, he would come home from the Vic for his Sunday lunch, and if he never liked the way his dinner was cooked, you know what he'd do? Chuck it straight on the fire and make my old gran, God bless her, cook him another one. And she did too, without a murmur, mate.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen. It's way past last orders for dinner. I could bring you a sandwich in the lounge, though. What would you like? Ham, cheese, rat poison?
Oh, come on, Kath, I could eat horse.
Not here, you couldn't, mate.
Oh, come on, Kath, get the dinner on the table. There's a good girl.
Your dinner, or what's left of it, is in the bin. Burnt to a cinder, and so's his.
I really am sorry, Kathy. I don't know what to say.
Oh, it's not your fault, Simon. You're too young to know about these things. But he should know better.
Are you serious? Are you telling me that you bunged out dinner in that bin again?
You've been warned enough, Pete. At least 4 times in the past week, by my reckoning.
Well, you're well and truly out of order, my girl. Tell her, Simon, and she well and truly out of order.
Oh, I ain't forced to stand over hot stove, you know. I mean, there's nothing in the Ten Commandments that says thou shalt cook thy old man's dinner while he's knocking him back down the boozer. And what about the money we're wasting on food?
Look, why don't I drive the three of us out the West End and we'll have a slap-up dinner all down to me, eh?
In that state, you'd get nicked before you got halfway down the road.
Well, this ain't good enough, my girl.
You're right, it ain't, Pete. And the sooner you get the message, the better. There's nothing a woman hates more than having to cook a meal for a man and he can't be bothered to eat it. I've got enough problems now without this.
Look, Simon's got himself a job. He's leaving. He's going to work in the Vic as a living barman. We were just celebrating, weren't we?
Well, there might be another leaving party soon. Because the way things are going, young Simon there won't be the only one. I'll be on my bike and all. In fact, I'm off for some fresh air, right now.
We'll have to stop meeting like this.
Get out of my way. Look, I'm just about sick of you the last couple of days. If I tell my old man about this, he'll wring your bleeding neck.
Oh, yeah? Tell him about the kid then, did you?
Tell him what?
You know what. How old was you when you had that kid? 14, was it?
All right. If you've got something to say it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I already had. When you was 14, you had a baby, right? And don't deny it, because I got it from the horse's mouth. Official. Know what I mean?
So that's where my bloody file went. I'll have the law on you for breaking into Dr. Legg's surgery.
Oh, yeah? And blow the gaff on your little secret. Seems Michelle wasn't the only one round here who got pregnant. Wonder how many others there are.
Look, what do you want from me?
Not a lot, considering. You can count yourself lucky, really. I know plenty of geezers in my position who'd love to have their wicked way of you. And that's just to say the least. I mean, you're quite a tasty bird, ain't you? But it just so happens I'm in a bit of financial bother right now.
Run out of money for drugs, did you?
Careful. You don't want me all upset now, do you? Go mouthing off about you.
How much?
That's better. Just so happens I need about 200 nicker right now. A bit swiftish, like. I'm sure you understand.
200? I ain't got that sort of money.
I didn't say all at once, did I? What do you take me for? A villain or something?
Go on, then. Give me the details.
Well, you see, I reckon I can talk this geezer into paying in weekly instalments. 20 sovs a time.
You better come and see me on the store when Pete's not there.
It'll be my pleasure. Always thought you weren't just a pretty face.
Now let me pass.
Hope you haven't got another date tonight somewhere. Could prove to be a very expensive little lobby, that could.
Some Mothers Do Have 'Em is coming up at 1:20 after one more episode of classic EastEnders next.